Today we will be speaking with a powerful woman, yes, power to the woman, and one making her mark in the realm of DJs and radio personalities here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Introducing the one and only, I told you about it, Sweet Sister Sensia, XXX. The topic for today is working in the traditionally male-dominated profession. Good morning, Sister Sensia, and welcome.
Good morning, and it feels nice. I mean, the ambience and the welcome is just amazing, and I love it so far.
Thank you.
We're glad.
Depends on how hard y'all ask me questions.
It depends. All right.
So, where did you desire to become a DJ? Where did it originate from, and what appeals to you most in the male-dominated field that you're in?
Well, I grew up in music. You know, everybody knows my dad is, well, most people know my dad's Mick Stokes, a Calypsonian, and he has always been about music. Since I'm a little girl, I always just wanted him to play the guitar for me, or we'll sing together, we'll do sing-along on the steps, sometimes just as a little girl. So it's just, music was just always within me. And then what happened is when, you know, my brother came into his, when in his room, he used to have like a turntable. And there's something about that turntable, it was records. Just used to amaze me. So I always used to go on it, but he used to lock me out. So I used to knock off the lock just to go back in, just to go on his turntable. And that's when I realized that playing music was just what I needed to do. That just used to make me feel different as a little girl.
So how old was this when you were breaking into the room to get on the turntable?
I was about 13, 14.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, you learned how to pick a lock really quickly. And you also obviously developed the other skill of music, so that's good. We were going to ask you about your family, but you obviously mentioned, you know, your family being very musically inclined. So the question that I want to ask you now is, with that support from your family to go into this? Actually,
yes. My dad actually started working at Choice Radio, and I used to go with him like every afternoon after school. Once I finished my homework, he would say, okay, let's go. And I would go with him, and while he's talking to Mike, I would be the one playing the music, but nobody knew. So I just used to be the one mixing the music, and this is around 14, 15 years old. Okay, and I used to be mixing the music, and then one day he got an important call. I don't remember what the call was. And then he told me, just play music, he gonna come back. So I said, okay. But then I waited till he gone, and people at the door, and as soon as he gone, I pushed up the microphone, and I started to tap the mic. And then the boss man heard me. I was just like amazed and blown away how I handled the mic, how I spoke as a girl. And then since then he said, hey, you're gonna get your own spot. And that's when I started Choice FM Radio. I was like a little girl, like that thing. I started my own spot like when I was like 15, 16 on there, just coming up. And then since then it was like from Choice FM, then we went over to Sugar City Rock, and now I'm doing over 10 years at Freedom FM.
Listen to me, that's a fascinating story. And quite frankly, I would have done the same thing had you left. So you. Good decision.
She reminds me of Les Brown. He's a motivational speaker. He said the same thing. The guy just told him, just go in there and play music, and he said he just used his voice, and then from that he actually got the job.
The voice just came through, and then afterwards he said, okay, we need to get a nickname for you. You know, so that's how we just started.
Well, let's talk about the nickname, because it's a very interesting and unique nickname.
It's very interesting, to be honest with you. A lot of people thought that Sensia came from maybe I smoke or, you know, ganja, and I don't smoke. I never smoke. What happened is I used to live in New York for a while with a friend of mine. My mommy's friend said I needed a break, and every day we would go around the corner because she does hair. And one day we was going around the corner, and they met some Jamaicans, and they was like, every day we see you guys, what's your name? She said her name was Sensia, and the other one was Sensimillion. I was Herbie. So I watched them. I said, why do I have to be Herbie? Why you can't be Herbie and I be Sensia? I don't want Herbie. So then they realized that she was lying, and it was a joke. So every day when I pass, they used to say, all right, Sensia. So the name just stick on me every day. So when I came back, you know, the guy, and I told the guy, well, you know, the only name that came to my head was Sensia. And then he said, okay, you're like a sister, so we're gonna call you Sister Sensia. And then with the voice now and the thing, guys would call you and say, you're not only Sister Sensia, you're sweet. So then they added the Sweet Sister Sensia, so some people would call me XXX or whatever. So that's actually how the name came about. It wasn't even nothing about out the way, it was just coincidence.
You know, and I like the fact that you have that sweet added to it, because we were talking about being in a male-dominated field, but yet it follows you with that name because it makes you unique as well, because you've got that label. Was there any sense of pushback or resentment or anything of the sort coming from Sweet?
Yes, there were, because like when I was like DJing and stuff like that, I wanted more, and I used to want to go to the clubs, and because I felt like I could do more. But then they were some DJs who thought that a woman shouldn't be in the field, and there was one particular who actually managed a DJ group. He did not want to be on any event I was on, and they were popular at the time. And he's like, she belongs on the radio. She shouldn't be up in the clubs and blah, blah, both. It's for men. And I couldn't get any gig on any gig that they were on. And that was fine. But then afterwards, I think, there was one time, DJ Yadi, I always have to respect him, is who pulled me and say, hey, bring your music and come. And it was the first time down at Uncle T's to the back.
Yes,
Uncle T's.
yes.
And then I went and I played, and then people realized that this girl had mad talent. And then I started to go in Ammon, and then that's when this promoter from Antigua recognized me. And that's when the traveling started. Right? And then afterwards, I started getting popularity now. And then the guys who didn't want to play with me, basically people would put me on events, and the guy would still say he don't want to play with me, and I'll be like, okay, but then let them play, and I'll cool and do a next one. But then the people that wanted me, so then they were the one who wasn't getting the jobs, and then I was getting the jobs. I was just the cool laid back one, just doing my thing. So I showed them, hey, it might be a field dominated by men, but women can come out and do what you do and even do it better.
You see that she is passionate about what she does, and we were just having this conversation, and you have proven that regardless of what was happening, you getting the pushback and everything, you still push. I
still remain.
You still push on.
And I still remain calm. I wasn't fussy up to this day. Yeah. I'm not a fussy person. And if one thing EK Real White always taught me, and is just to be cool. Because even sometimes there's some DJs who want to go up and be about the hype and go in the prime time. I'll be like, hey, let me play early. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if I go in and I play 2 songs, I'm going to get paid. What's the fuss? Yeah. You understand? I'm going to do my job. Regardless of what, I would be in a session with you and 4 of us in here, and I'll play with you as if thousands of people in the event. Because that's just the energy that I love to bring. And I have more fun because I could talk freely with more 4 people. Yeah. That's what I want with 4 people.
So do you know of any other young ladies that are coming into this field as well? And do you mentor?
There were a few ladies who I tried to get into the field, but I don't think that they were that serious. Okay. And there were one that I felt could have been, very good in the field. We had a little differences, and but at the end of the day, I still think that she could have done a lot really good, which was Selecta Dean. Okay. I used to think that if she had taken that craft serious, she could have been doing what she's doing right now. And there's DJ Bubbles who's doing it right now. She don't talk, but she plays music, but she's amazing. Okay. She's definitely amazing, and I think DJ Flames is who teaches her. Okay. But I listen to her play, and I love to see women doing these things, and I just felt like she is definitely amazing, and I see her reaching places. Trust me. Yeah.
So any plans for there to be a Sisterhood Academy of DJs?
Sorry?
Any plans for there to be a sisterhood? I'm playing on the sister in your name.
I won't say yes, because time, I'll be honest with you, I work 2 jobs and I have a daughter. Yeah. So in between time, I have to basically be a mom. Okay. So if I try to take up more of my time to do other stuff, I'll feel like I'm being less of a mom. No. So I try not to push myself to do too much more and not have time for her, because right now she's my priority.
Oh, that's sweet.
Sister Sensiya, listen, we are full of laughs. We're a barrel of laughs here, because we're going to let you in on
something. Jamie didn't even know it was his turn.
Listen, I was like, this is going to be Kortensia's turn, because we were having such an engaging conversation. I swear sometimes the most engaging things happen when the camera is turned off, but we're going to turn it on just for them. We were talking about parenting. We were talking about your daughter. We were talking about the way that she sings. Okay, let's start, because there were 2 or 3 things that we were talking about. Let's talk about the Facebook video with your father and your daughter.
You know what? We were actually home because we had to sing for a funeral, me and my dad. So we had to practice. I said, let's warm up and sing one of your songs, which is Cold and Rainy Day, which is my favorite song. And we were there singing, and she was in my hand, and he was playing the guitar. So my uncle was next door, because he had came down from St. Croix, heard us, put on the phone, and just started to tape and record us. So, we was just going with the flow, but that's something that we do all the time. Sometimes we put karaoke on the TV, and we home, we singing karaoke together. We just do fun things, because at the end of the day, we don't know how long we have, so we have to make every moment last. So we try to do as much as we could as possible together. You know what I mean?
And I understand that she's quite a dancer.
She's a dancer.
Anything
she actually dances.
You?
She dances with poise dance, and she alarms me because, like, when you see the soca music come on and she starts to whine, she has timing. And with timing, it scares me because she's 4. She's making 5, but she can whine, and I'm like, hey, stop.
Cool out.
No, cool out. So sometimes she go to school and they tell her she has to dance. She said, teacher, I can't dance because mommy said I'm not supposed to dance. And I would have to say, no, mommy don't mean that way. Yeah. You can dance, but not that way, because that way is kind of scary, because she just has proper timing.
Yeah. I like the fact that you made it clear for her that it is okay too, but you just
it's okay too, but it's how certain for children. No, I get scared. You know what I mean?
Well, music runs in her veins, right?
It does. And she's always around the house singing loudly. She loves to sing and she loves to dance. If it's a dance with me right now, she's going to split.
Well, she's got the talent. She's got, and plus she's in a dance class or dance school, so she's got the talent. She's got the talent. So you choose to make a personal stand on COVID-19 matters. Why?
Which one? Because I make quite a few stands, eh?
Anyone you choose.
Which one stands out to you the most?
What stands out to me is basically, I think people make fun of a lot of things and they don't understand the seriousness of life. Like as soon as something happens, like COVID has been going on, oh, this ain't happening and that ain't happening. And if you look around the world, it's not just here, it's all over. And I do my TikTok videos and different videos because sometimes people listen and, when I talk because something is passionate for me. And I just try to show people that, hey, life is more serious than what you guys see it. We might be living today laughing and joking and everything today, but we never know what can happen tomorrow. So at the end of the day, you just got to take life a little bit more serious. And even the COVID. COVID is a serious thing and you have to take it serious. If you look around the world, all these diseases, people falling down, dying, and say, oh, it's not COVID, it's not this. If it's not COVID, it's not this. What is it? Do you know? You understand what I'm showing you? And if this is what they're saying it is, and we can do whatever we can to protect ourselves from it, then let's just protect ourselves from it. So we don't have to say it's and it's not. We don't have to go through it because we're doing what we have to do to protect ourselves from it.
That's fair.
Indeed.
I like that you're using your platform to say something like that, because a lot of times some people would be afraid, thinking that they would, let's say, turn off or be off-putting to their fan base, for instance. And it seems like you care about your fan base enough.
I care about my fan base and I care about people. Now, I've been through a lot with people. I've been burned, I've been hurt, I've been cut, you know what I mean? But regardless to what, I just love people, and I think it's because of my mom. That's what she taught me to do. My mother always tells me, when people talk about you, just count to 10. Just count, woosa, breathe off, and eventually after 9-10 days, they're gonna find another topic. You know what I mean? And they're gonna move on. It does not make sense to hold something in and let it bottle up and kill you or stress you. Just move on. At the end of the day, they're gonna be okay. Once you know that you're okay and you show them that you're okay, you understand? And don't just give them a smile and show them you're okay. You have to also be okay within yourself. And just show them, hey, you could say what you want and do what you want. I'm still going to be me. But if you let them overpower you, you're not going to reach the places that you want to reach. And I think I've picked up that because my mother has like I tell people all the time, when people say like, Lady Star is their idol, Rihanna is their idol, Beyonce, my mom is my idol.
That's so sweet.
The reason for that is I know what she's about behind closed doors. I don't know what some of them are. I don't know how they act, what they say, what they do. I know that she's the kindest woman ever. If me and my friends are there sitting and she cook, she's going to share a little bit for every one of us. She's going to push you to eat and say you need to eat. You know what I'm saying? If she comes and you mess up, she might give you a little water, but she's going to clean up. Because she loves to clean. But at the end of the day, my mother always say her favorite words is kill them with kindness. No matter what they say about you, what they do to you, how they talk about you, just kill them with kindness. That's all you gotta do.
So we had a conversation yesterday with myself and Jamie. We were talking about caring about what people say about you and if you're not talked about. So would you prefer to be talked about or not talked about?
I don't really care.
Thank you.
Okay, Jamie has a twin. Triple S says she doesn't care. Jamie doesn't care. So I'm working on it.
Bad in between. It's your opinion. You got your right to your opinion. You understand? I can't change your mind about if you hear that I was down the road and I was with a guy, you might take it and say, oh, she was with this guy and the guy belongs to this. And your mindset is your mindset. You already believe what you want to believe. Why should I sit down and waste 15 minutes of my time to prove to you that it's not true when I could take 15 minutes of my time to work out what my next move is going to be? You understand? I can't waste time trying to explain to you, what is it going to benefit me? At the end of the day, if you want to waste your time on me, that's you. Because you have time to waste me. I ain't going to waste time on you. I got money to make. That's just my mindset.
Money moves. I love it. Money moves.
Welcome to the other side, Kortensia.
Okay, I'll join the club.
Right, so what advice would you give to other women and girls who are interested in becoming, radio personalities, DJs, shows, or anything in life? What advice would you give to your daughter, even?
Sorry, repeat that?
I'm sorry, let me go slower, because I'm so excited to talk to you. See what's going on. So what advice would you give to radio personalities, DJs, that is young women who want to do those things, and even your daughter as she would pursue when she gets older, any particular career path? What would you say?
Don't stop. Go for it. I always tell people there's a lot of things that you can do, right? Like for instance, on the weekend, people tell me, like when I went to, actually, my girlfriend Berry does makeup, and she taught me to do makeup. So I did all my girls' face and my face for breaking down.
Nice.
You know what I mean? I can do that. I can do here. You understand? I'm also an office manager.
Girl.
You understand? I deal with different stuff. I work in an office in the day, and I manage staff. In the night, I do radio, and then in the weekends, I do clubs. And when I'm home, I'm a mom. You understand? So I try to do so much different things that the buck doesn't stop there. Even if you're working in the bank, even if you're a lawyer, even if you're a teacher, and you just say, hey, I think I can play music. I think I can teach you. Who's telling you to stop? Then you need to go for it. Don't ever let nobody make you feel, girl, you could never do that, because I heard that for almost half of my life. Or you can't do that. You're gonna look at where I'm reaching. I'm actually going to St. Martin this weekend, and they're so excited to see me. Next month I'm going over to New York City, and then at the end of the year, it's like I got bookings and bookings, and some bookings I have to turn down because I have a daughter, so I can't just be jumping and I have a job. But if I had the chance and I had to live out there, I'm telling you, I'll be reaching places that people won't even imagine. But because I still have a life here, I can't just jump and go. But it just goes out to show that, hey, I did it, so why you think you can't do it?